Her words hit me like a freight train in the dead of night. I want to open the relationship, Tom. I'm tired of the routine. After 45 years of marriage, Evelyn's voice didn't shake. Her eyes stayed locked on mine, steady and resolved, as if she'd rehearsed this moment over and over. We sat in the dim dining room, the old oak table between us scarred by decades of family dinners, spilled wine, and our grandchildren's crayons. The grandfather clock ticked loudly, each second stretching until it felt unbearable. I'd known something was wrong for months. The late-night phone calls, the extra time at the mirror, the perfume she hadn't worn since our 30s. I told myself it was nothing. Just age, just restlessness, just the quiet settling in after retirement. I was wrong. It began the way betrayal usually does, softly. Evelyn, always the vibrant one, started pulling away. She'd smile at her phone, fingers moving quickly across the screen. When I asked, she'd shrug. Just someone from book club. I believed her. Why wouldn't I? We'd built a life together. 2 children. A paid-off mortgage. Summer trips to the Smoky Mountains. Her hand gripping mine through every hospital visit and every loss. She was my constant, my compass. But sometime last spring, the light in her eyes stopped being for me. I noticed the changes and explained them away. The new dresses. The sudden interest in yoga. The unfamiliar songs she hummed while cooking. I told myself she was rediscovering herself, that it was healthy. Then one night, her phone buzzed on the counter while she was in the shower. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Wear the red. My heart stalled. No one called Hervey. No one but me. And not since we were teenagers sneaking kisses behind her father's barn. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. The thought of Evelyn, my Evelyn, with someone else felt like a blade twisting deeper every second. Instead, I watched. I noticed how she stepped outside to take calls. How she came home flushed and distracted. How her stories about book club never quite lined up. At night, when she slept beside me, I checked her phone and hated myself for it. The messages were there, locked behind a password I didn't know. I lay awake listening to her breathing, wondering when our shared life had quietly slipped out from under me. The confrontation came on a rainy Tuesday, the kind of day that feels heavy before it even begins. I found a receipt in her purse, dinner for 2 at a restaurant we'd never gone to together. The paper crumpled in my shaking hand. When she came through the door, coat still damp, I hadn't planned to say anything. But the words tore out of me anyway. Who is he, Evelyn? She froze. Raindrops clung to her hair. Slowly she sat down. She didn't deny it. That hurt more than anything else. She told me she wanted to open our marriage. She said she wasn't in love with him. Not exactly. But she needed something new. Something that made her feel alive. I'm not ready to be old, Tom, she said, her voice breaking. I don't want to just fade. I wanted to shout. To ask how 45 years of love could feel like fading. Instead, I stared at the woman I thought I knew and realized she was already somewhere else. The days that followed blurred together. Anger, grief, long silences. I moved into the guest room. We spoke only when necessary. I thought about leaving, about starting over at 72, and laughed at how impossible it sounded. She was my home, my history. And yet, every time I looked at her, I saw someone who had chosen another life over me. I didn't seek revenge. I didn't need to. One night, I found her crying at the kitchen table, her phone dark and quiet. He's gone, she whispered. He didn't want me either. I should have felt vindicated. I felt nothing. We sat there together, 2 aging souls surrounded by the wreckage of what we used to be. And I understood something then. Love doesn't die from betrayal alone. It dies when you stop choosing each other. I made my decision that night. I packed a bag and drove to our son's house 2 states away. Evelyn didn't try to stop me. As I pulled out of the driveway, I looked back at the house, the porch light flickering the way it always had. I don't know if I'll return. Some betrayals don't shatter you. They leave you standing in the rain, wondering who you were before the storm ever began.